As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to inflammation, oxidative stress, and hormonal imbalances, factors that are profoundly influenced by the fats we consume every day. The oils you use in your kitchen don't just add flavor. They can silently accelerate chronic diseases or, if chosen wisely, become powerful tools for protecting your heart, brain, and mobility. You see, what's marketed as heart healthy often has a dark side. These industrial seed oils undergo intense processing involving high heat, chemical solvents, bleaching, and deodorizing agents, creating an oil far removed from anything our ancestors ate. This processing strips away natural antioxidants like vitamin E and introduces dangerous compounds such as trans fats, lipid peroxides, and aldehydes, all of which increase inflammation and damage your arteries at the cellular level. For seniors already facing reduced resilience, slower healing, and age-related decline, this hidden source of inflammation can tip the balance toward joint pain, memory loss, or heart disease. Research from leading institutions like the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health and the European Society of Cardiology shows that chronic low-grade inflammation, fueled by poor fat choices, is a central driver of nearly every age-related disease. When your cooking oils generate high levels of oxidized fatty acids upon heating, these compounds travel through your bloodstream, harming the endothelium, the thin lining of your blood vessels. Over time, this leads to plaque formation, reduced circulation, and heightened risk of heart attacks or strokes. And because the brain relies on healthy circulation, these same oils contribute to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Equally concerning is the impact on your joints and cognitive function. Seniors often report worsening joint pain, stiffness, or mental fog without realizing that these symptoms can stem from the daily use of oils rich in pro-inflammatory omega-6. If you're eating what you think is a balanced meal, grilled chicken and vegetables sautéed in canola oil, you might actually be fueling the very inflammation you're trying to avoid. What's more, the processing of these oils often involves genetically modified crops, heavy pesticide use, and chemical residues that can remain in the final product. When ingested regularly, these compounds may further strain your liver, impair detoxification pathways, and worsen chronic conditions. But there's hope. Emerging research and centuries of culinary tradition point to natural, minimally processed fats as powerful allies in healthy aging. By making smarter choices, you can supply your body with fats it recognizes, supports, and uses to repair and maintain health. In this video, we will uncover the truth about 4 common cooking oils you must avoid and introduce 4 time-tested, nutrient-rich alternatives that can help lower inflammation, protect your heart, and keep your mind sharp well into your later years. We'll also share practical tips on how to spot these hidden dangers in your pantry, choose high-quality oils, and use them correctly for maximum health benefits. Before we dive into the oils to avoid, take a moment to hit the like button, subscribe for more science-backed health advice, and tell us in the comments how long you've been trying to eat healthier. We read every single one. Let's get started on your journey to cooking smarter and living longer. Section 1. Canola oil, industrial processing and hidden oxidative stress. Canola oil has long been promoted as a heart-healthy alternative, but behind its mild taste and affordable price lies a troubling history of industrial manipulation and silent health threats, especially for seniors. Unlike traditional fats like butter or olive oil, canola oil doesn't exist in nature as an edible fat. It's extracted from a genetically modified form of rapeseed that, in its natural state, contains erucic acid, a compound linked in animal studies to heart lesions and cellular toxicity. Modern canola oil has been bred to reduce erucic acid, but this doesn't mean it's safe or natural. To produce canola oil, rapeseeds go through intense industrial processing. First, the seeds are crushed and subjected to extreme heat, which alone can damage delicate fatty acids. Next, they're treated with the petroleum-derived solvent hexane to extract every last drop of oil. Residual traces of hexane can remain in the final product, adding an extra layer of chemical exposure with each use. But the danger doesn't stop there. Because the extracted oil has a foul odor, it undergoes a deodorizing process at temperatures over 450 degrees Fahrenheit, which alters the oil's structure and generates dangerous trans fats and lipid peroxides, highly reactive compounds that attack your blood vessels at the cellular level. For seniors, these oxidized fats are a hidden but powerful threat. Oxidized lipids damage the endothelium, the fragile lining of your arteries, leading to inflammation, plaque buildup, and ultimately higher risks of heart attacks and strokes. The European Journal of Lipid Science and Technology highlights that canola oil's polyunsaturated fats are especially unstable when exposed to heat. Even light sautéing can start a chain reaction of oxidation, producing harmful aldehydes and free radicals that circulate through the bloodstream, harming organs far beyond the heart. One overlooked aspect is canola oil's high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. While marketing claims suggest it contains beneficial omega-3s, these fragile fats are destroyed by the intense refining process. What remains is an oil disproportionately high in omega-6 linoleic acid. An excess of omega-6 relative to omega-3 promotes chronic low-grade inflammation, a root cause of joint pain, cognitive decline, and metabolic diseases. For aging bodies already struggling to control inflammation, using canola oil daily can silently accelerate the decline in mobility and mental sharpness. Multiple studies have established that seniors consuming diets rich in oxidized fats exhibit higher levels of inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6, both of which correlate with faster progression of arthritis, dementia, and cardiovascular disease. A 2021 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience linked frequent intake of industrial seed oils, including canola, with structural brain changes and faster cognitive decline among adults over 65. Another alarming factor is the widespread use of genetically modified GMO, rapeseed in canola production. Over 90% of canola crops are genetically engineered to withstand heavy pesticide spraying. These pesticide residues can persist in the final oil, adding another source of toxicity that taxes the liver and weakens the immune system, two systems that naturally become less robust with age. Furthermore, canola oil has no historical precedent in human diets. Unlike olive oil, which has nourished civilizations for thousands of years, canola was developed in the mid-20th century as a commercial product. Seniors who grew up during the margarine and vegetable oil boom unknowingly replaced traditional, minimally processed fats with canola, a substance never consumed by prior generations. The deodorizing stage of canola processing also strips away natural vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects fats from going rancid and supports cardiovascular health. Ironically, by removing vitamin E, canola becomes even more susceptible to oxidation, both on the grocery shelf and inside your body. When oxidized canola oil is ingested, it contributes to oxidative stress, a process that damages DNA, accelerates cellular aging, and undermines the health of organs like the brain, liver, and heart. For seniors, the implications are profound. The cumulative damage from decades of cooking with canola oil may manifest as stiff, painful joints, memory issues that seem to appear out of nowhere, and increased vulnerability to heart disease, even when other lifestyle choices are healthy. Finally, many well-meaning seniors believe they're making a heart-healthy choice by using canola oil because of aggressive marketing and outdated dietary guidelines. Yet scientific reviews from institutions like the Cleveland Clinic and Mayo Clinic increasingly warn against high omega-6 oxidized oils like canola for older adults. Bottom line, canola oil's industrial origins, intense processing, chemical residues, and tendency to generate oxidized compounds make it a stealth contributor to chronic inflammation, cardiovascular damage, and cognitive decline. Section 2. Soybean oil, omega-6 imbalance, and chronic inflammation. Soybean oil lurks in countless packaged foods, from salad dressings to baked goods, and it's one of the most consumed oils in the Western world. Yet behind this innocent-sounding vegetable oil label lies a potent source of chronic inflammation, especially dangerous for seniors striving to maintain mobility, heart health, and cognitive sharpness. The crux of the problem is soybean oil's extremely high omega-6 fatty acid content. Omega-6 excess are not inherently bad, they're essential in moderation. But the modern diet has pushed the omega-6, omega-3 ratio wildly out of balance. Historically, humans consumed these fatty acids in a near 1-to-1 ratio, which maintained an anti-inflammatory equilibrium in the body. Today, due largely to industrial oils like soybean, this ratio can exceed 20-to-1 in favor of omega-6, fueling chronic, low-grade inflammation that damages tissues silently over years. What does this mean for older adults? Chronic inflammation isn't just an abstract idea. Elevated inflammatory markers are directly linked with increased risks of arthritis flare-ups, cardiovascular disease, insulin resistance, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Studies published in journals such as Brain, Behavior, and Immunity have shown that diets high in omega-6, like those rich in soybean oil, contribute to neuroinflammation, an underlying factor in memory decline and cognitive impairment. This omega-6 overload also worsens metabolic health. A groundbreaking study in PLOS-1 revealed that soybean oil diets in animals led to more obesity and insulin resistance than diets high in sugar alone. Translation: even if you cut back on sweets, regularly consuming soybean oil can undermine efforts to maintain a healthy weight and stable blood sugar, two cornerstones of healthy aging. Another insidious aspect is how pervasive soybean oil has become. It's not just bottled oil. It's baked into breads, hidden in healthy protein bars, and used liberally in restaurant kitchens. Worse, it's often labeled generically as vegetable oil, a term that seems wholesome but masks a highly processed, pro-inflammatory ingredient. Seniors who think they're avoiding unhealthy fats by skipping obvious junk food may still be consuming dangerous amounts of omega-6 through everyday staples. Compounding the issue, most soybean oil comes from genetically modified GMO soybeans designed to withstand heavy pesticide applications. Traces of these chemicals can remain in the oil, introducing yet another burden for aging bodies already facing reduced detoxification capacity in the liver. Processing soybean oil doesn't just extract the fat, it subjects it to high heat refining, bleaching, and deodorizing. These steps destroy delicate nutrients and generate harmful byproducts like trans fats and oxidized lipids. According to research in Lipids in Health and Disease, such compounds exacerbate endothelial dysfunction, the early stage of atherosclerosis, and contribute to arterial stiffness, a major risk factor for heart attacks and strokes in older adults. Moreover, high omega-6 levels can disrupt the delicate balance of eicosanoids, molecules that regulate inflammation, blood clotting, and immune function. Excess omega-6 tips this balance toward pro-inflammatory pathways, heightening joint pain, reducing recovery from exercise, and even interfering with mental well-being. Seniors often mistake these creeping aches and declines in vitality as normal aging, when in fact, they're accelerated by hidden dietary factors like soybean oil. Labeling tricks make avoiding soybean oil even harder. Food manufacturers know consumers are wary of certain oils, so they disguise soybean oil under catch-all terms like vegetable oil or blended oil. Checking ingredients lists carefully is essential. If you see either term, it almost certainly contains soybean oil. Prioritizing products that specify healthier oils, like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil, helps seniors steer clear of this inflammatory trap. Additionally, soybean oil can interfere with medications. For seniors taking anticoagulants, blood thinners, omega-6 fatty acids can modulate clotting factors in ways that either heighten bleeding risk or reduce drug effectiveness, a dangerous interaction many aren't aware of. A key myth is that soybean oil's plant origin makes it safe. Yet unlike traditional plant fats like olive or coconut oil, soybean oil is a modern, heavily refined invention with no long history of safe use. Its dramatic rise in consumption parallels increases in obesity, diabetes, and cognitive disorders, an epidemiological red flag that this oil does not belong in a healthy senior diet. Section 3. Corn oil, hidden aldehydes and cognitive decline. Corn oil has been marketed for decades as a heart-healthy option, yet mounting research reveals it may do more harm than good, especially for seniors who rely on it for daily cooking or encounter it in restaurant meals. Behind its mild taste and budget-friendly price lies a cocktail of dangers: extreme omega-6 imbalance, rapid oxidation, and the formation of toxic aldehydes that can silently sabotage both heart and brain health. One of the gravest issues with corn oil is how easily it oxidizes. Corn oil's polyunsaturated fats, particularly linoleic acid, are highly unstable when exposed to heat, light, or air. When corn oil is heated, especially during frying, it breaks down into harmful compounds known as aldehydes. Aldehydes such as 4-hydroxynonenal, HNE, are not just theoretical threats. They've been directly linked to cellular damage, chronic inflammation, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Studies published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine demonstrate that these aldehydes cross the blood-brain barrier, attack brain lipids, and accelerate cognitive decline, a devastating scenario for seniors hoping to preserve their independence. This danger is magnified in restaurants and fast food chains, where corn oil is a staple frying medium. Its low cost and neutral flavor make it attractive to businesses, but the reality is that every time oil is reheated, as happens routinely in commercial fryers, aldehyde concentrations skyrocket. Seniors who think they're making a healthier choice by ordering grilled chicken or fried vegetables may unknowingly consume significant amounts of oxidized fats and aldehydes, which contribute to systemic inflammation and oxidative stress. Corn oil's problems don't end there. Its fatty acid profile is heavily skewed toward omega-6, with some analyses showing an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio as extreme as 60:1. This imbalance fans the flames of chronic inflammation throughout the body, a process directly tied to the development of arthritis, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive impairment. For seniors already struggling with joint pain or memory lapses, corn oil can quietly worsen these issues. Adding to the concern, numerous studies, including research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have found that regular consumption of corn oil increases LDL, bad, cholesterol and lowers HDL, good, cholesterol. This unfavorable shift in lipid profiles heightens the risk of atherosclerosis, hardening and narrowing of the arteries, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Contrary to outdated marketing, the temporary reduction in total cholesterol sometimes seen with corn oil does not reflect improved heart health if it comes at the expense of HDL levels and increased inflammation. Alarmingly, the aldehydes formed during repeated heating of corn oil don't just affect the cardiovascular system, they are neurotoxic. Experimental models show that aldehyde exposure disrupts neuron membranes and accelerates beta-amyloid plaque formation, a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Seniors with a family history of dementia or early memory issues should be especially wary of these effects, as diet is one of the most modifiable risk factors for cognitive decline. Another hidden danger is how corn oil's pervasiveness undermines efforts to eat healthy outside the home. Even when seniors choose seemingly nutritious dishes, like roasted vegetables or grilled lean meats, if those foods are prepared in corn oil, the health benefits can be overshadowed by the intake of oxidized fats. Few restaurant menus disclose the exact oils used in their kitchens, so customers are left in the dark. Misleading marketing compounds the issue. Corn oil has long been promoted with heart-shaped logos and claims of lowering cholesterol, giving many older adults false confidence in its safety. But as modern research unravels the complex relationships between lipids, inflammation, and chronic disease, it's become clear that the simplistic focus on total cholesterol misses the bigger picture. Corn oil's high omega-6 content and oxidative instability are fundamentally at odds with long-term heart and brain health. Practical strategies are essential. Seniors should avoid purchasing corn oil altogether. Carefully check ingredient labels for corn oil or generic vegetable oil, and favor stable, traditional fats instead. For dining out, it pays to ask restaurants what oils they use. Many are willing to sauté foods in olive oil or butter on request, which can dramatically reduce intake of harmful aldehydes. Section 4. Vegetable shortening, trans fats, gut health, and artery damage ***. Vegetable shortening, popularized in the 20th century under brands like Crisco, was once hailed as a modern miracle, a shelf-stable, inexpensive alternative to animal fats. But beneath its pristine white appearance lies a troubling legacy of health hazards, particularly for seniors who may still rely on it for baking or frying. Vegetable shortening is created through a process called hydrogenation, where liquid vegetable oils are bombarded with hydrogen gas under high pressure. This turns them into solid fats, but also produces trans fats, compounds so damaging they've been linked to some of the most deadly chronic diseases of aging. Trans fats are especially insidious. Unlike natural fats, they distort the structure of cell membranes, making them rigid and less functional. Studies from the New England Journal of Medicine have shown that trans fats raise LDL, bad, cholesterol and lower HDL, good, cholesterol, creating a perfect storm for arterial plaque buildup. Over time, this leads to atherosclerosis, narrowing and hardening of arteries, which dramatically increases the risk of heart attack and stroke, two of the leading causes of death in older adults. What's more, trans fats trigger chronic, low-grade inflammation in the body. This inflammation doesn't just affect the cardiovascular system, it silently undermines the health of every tissue it touches. Researchers have found that trans fat consumption increases inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, a key predictor of future heart events and cognitive decline. For seniors, whose resilience to systemic inflammation diminishes with age, this is a critical threat. But the danger of vegetable shortening extends beyond arteries. Studies show that trans fats and hydrogenated oils can disrupt the integrity of the gut lining. This leads to a condition called increased intestinal permeability, or leaky gut, where tiny gaps form between intestinal cells. Through these gaps, bacteria, toxins, and undigested food particles can slip into the bloodstream, provoking widespread inflammation. This chronic gut-driven inflammation is now recognized as a major contributor to autoimmune disorders, arthritis, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. The impact on the immune system is profound. As leaky gut persists, the immune system remains constantly activated, wearing it down and reducing the body's ability to fight infections, a grave risk for seniors. Meanwhile, the inflammation spreads, contributing to joint pain, digestive issues, and cognitive fog, all of which can erode quality of life. Part of what makes vegetable shortening so dangerous is how deeply it has infiltrated traditional recipes. Many family recipes passed down for generations were modernized in the 1950s and 60s by replacing lard or butter with shortening. Seniors preparing nostalgic dishes from their childhood may unknowingly use an ingredient that undermines their health every time they bake a pie crust, fry chicken, or prepare biscuits. The emotional comfort of these recipes can mask the real risk they pose. Adding to the concern, vegetable shortening's remarkable shelf stability, which allows it to sit unrefrigerated for years without spoiling, is a red flag in itself. Natural fats like butter or lard eventually go rancid, alerting you they're no longer safe to eat. But the extreme processing of shortening strips it of perishable nutrients while creating an unnatural product the human body struggles to metabolize. The deceptive marketing around vegetable shortening persists. Many products still carry claims like 0 trans fats per serving, exploiting labeling loopholes that allow up to 0.5 grams of trans fat per serving to be labeled as 0. Seniors who rely on these products in good faith may consume significant trans fats over time without realizing it, accumulating damage meal by meal. Even more concerning is the combined threat of trans fats and other additives often present in commercial shortenings, like emulsifiers, stabilizers, and artificial flavors. These additives can further irritate the gut lining and promote inflammation. Additionally, emerging research links trans fats to reduced brain volume in seniors, contributing to accelerated cognitive decline and increased risk of dementia. For seniors concerned about gut health, vegetable shortening poses a double threat. It damages the gut barrier and fuels the inflammation that drives many age-related diseases. Switching to natural fats like butter, ghee, or coconut oil, fats that humans have consumed safely for centuries, can protect the intestinal lining and support a balanced immune response. Practically speaking, seniors and caregivers should review recipes and swap vegetable shortening with stable, traditional fats. While this may slightly change the texture of baked goods, it dramatically reduces exposure to trans fats and supports long-term cardiovascular, cognitive, and gut health. When grocery shopping, carefully read ingredient lists. Terms like partially hydrogenated oil or simply shortening are red flags. Stay tuned for the next section, where we'll reveal how to replace these harmful fats with traditional oils that nourish your body and help you thrive well into your golden years. Section 5. Butter and ghee, rich in vitamins A, D, K2, and short-chain fatty acids. Butter and ghee, especially when sourced from grass-fed cows, are among the most nutrient-dense traditional fats you can include in your diet. Far from the vilified image they've carried for decades, these natural fats are packed with essential vitamins and health-promoting compounds that modern science is finally beginning to appreciate. When it comes to maintaining strong bones, a healthy heart, and a resilient gut, few foods offer the unique synergy found in real butter and ghee. Grass-fed butter and ghee are abundant in fat-soluble vitamins A, D, and K2, nutrients that work together to regulate calcium metabolism in the body. Vitamin A supports immune function, vision, and the maintenance of epithelial tissues lining the gut and respiratory tract. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and muscle function, critical in preventing falls and fractures among seniors. But the standout is vitamin K2, which directs calcium into bones where it strengthens skeletal structure and keeps it away from arteries, preventing calcification and preserving cardiovascular health. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that adequate intake of vitamin K2 significantly reduces the risk of arterial stiffening, a key factor in heart disease. Seniors consuming diets rich in butter and ghee from grass-fed cows benefit from this protective effect, potentially adding years of mobility and independence. Butter and ghee are also rich in butyrate, butyric acid, a short-chain fatty acid with profound benefits for digestive health. Butyrate is a primary fuel source for colonocytes, the cells lining the colon, and supports the maintenance of a strong gut barrier. A healthy intestinal lining is vital for preventing leaky gut, a condition linked to systemic inflammation, autoimmune diseases, and increased vulnerability to infections. Studies have demonstrated that butyrate can reduce inflammation in the gut, promote a balanced microbiome, and even modulate immune responses. Key advantages for seniors whose gut integrity often weakens with age. Another underappreciated benefit of butter and ghee is their role in reducing inflammation throughout the body. Unlike industrial seed oils that promote the production of pro-inflammatory compounds, the saturated and monounsaturated fats in butter and ghee are highly stable, resisting oxidation even when heated. This means they don't break down into harmful free radicals or aldehydes during cooking, making them safe choices for sautéing, baking, and even light frying. But beyond stability, these fats actively contribute to anti-inflammatory processes. Studies indicate that butyrate not only protects the gut, but can also reduce markers of systemic inflammation, such as C-reactive protein, CRP, and improve insulin sensitivity, two crucial factors for healthy aging. For seniors managing metabolic health or inflammatory conditions like arthritis, replacing processed oils with butter and ghee can offer tangible relief. Taste and enjoyment are additional benefits of these traditional fats. The creamy, rich flavor of butter enhances vegetables, grains, and proteins, encouraging the consumption of nutrient-rich whole foods. Ghee, with its high smoke point of around 250 degrees Celsius 485 degrees Fahrenheit and nutty, caramelized taste, is perfect for high-heat cooking methods, from stir-frying to roasting. Unlike butter, ghee has its milk solids removed, making it virtually lactose and casein-free, an excellent option for those with dairy sensitivities who still wish to benefit from nutrient-dense animal fats. To maximize these benefits, it's important to choose butter and ghee from grass-fed cows. Grass feeding increases the content of conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a fatty acid with research-backed roles in reducing cancer risk, supporting fat metabolism, and enhancing immune function. Additionally, grass-fed products contain more omega-3 fatty acids, which balance the modern diet's tendency toward omega-6 dominance, helping to reduce inflammation further. Practical ways to incorporate these fats into daily life include swapping vegetable oils or margarine for butter on steamed vegetables or whole grain bread, melting ghee into soups for added depth of flavor, or using ghee to scramble eggs for a nutrient-packed breakfast. Seniors who struggle with appetite may find that the satisfying richness of butter and ghee can stimulate hunger, helping them maintain a healthy weight and nutrient intake. When cooking with butter, moderate heat is best to avoid burning, while ghee's high smoke point allows it to withstand more intense temperatures without degrading. Both fats can be stored at room temperature if used within a few weeks, but refrigeration extends their shelf life and preserves their delicate vitamins. In conclusion, grass-fed butter and ghee aren't just safe, they're exceptionally health-promoting, offering a unique blend of fat-soluble vitamins, anti-inflammatory short-chain fatty acids, and stable fats that resist oxidation during cooking. By incorporating these time-honored fats into your diet, you're nourishing your bones, protecting your heart, and supporting a healthy gut, all of which are foundational for maintaining strength, energy, and independence as you age. Ditch the industrial oils and embrace these traditional fats to fuel your body with the nutrition it truly recognizes and thrives on. Section 6. Extra virgin olive oil, the Mediterranean secret for longevity ***. Extra virgin olive oil, EVO, has long been celebrated as the crown jewel of the Mediterranean diet, a dietary pattern consistently associated with lower rates of heart disease, longer lifespans, and exceptional vitality into old age. But what makes EVO so unique is its powerful combination of polyphenol, oleocanthal, and healthy monounsaturated fats, all of which work synergistically to protect health and promote longevity. Polyphenol are naturally occurring plant compounds with strong antioxidant properties. High-quality EVO can contain up to 500 milligrams per kilogram of these compounds, which directly combat oxidative stress, a major contributor to cellular aging, chronic inflammation, and degenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and arthritis. Polyphenol help neutralize free radicals before they damage cell membranes, DNA, or proteins, effectively slowing the aging process at a cellular level. Among EVA's polyphenol, oleocanthal stands out for its unique anti-inflammatory effects. Research published in Nature has shown that oleocanthal inhibits the same inflammation pathways as ibuprofen, blocking the COX-1 and COX-2 enzymes without the gastrointestinal side effects often seen with synthetic drugs. This natural anti-inflammatory effect can ease joint pain, reduce chronic low-grade inflammation, and support brain health, all essential factors for maintaining mobility, cognitive clarity, and independence in later life. Beyond inflammation control, EVA's rich monounsaturated fat profile, mainly oleic acid, has been proven to improve cholesterol balance by raising HDL, good, cholesterol while lowering LDL, bad cholesterol oxidation. This shift supports healthier arteries, reduces the risk of plaque buildup, and lowers the incidence of heart attacks and strokes. According to the Predimed study, seniors following a Mediterranean diet with generous amounts of EVO experienced a 30% reduction in major cardiovascular events compared to those on a low-fat diet. However, not all olive oils are created equal. Authentic extra virgin olive oil must come from the first cold pressing of fresh olives, without chemical refining or excessive heat. Unfortunately, widespread fraud in the olive oil industry means that many bottles labeled extra virgin in supermarkets fail to meet these standards. Studies have found that up to 70% of EVO sold in the US is adulterated with cheaper refined oils. To ensure you're getting real EVO and reaping its benefits, look for oils sold in dark glass bottles, which protect sensitive polyphenol from light damage. High-quality oils will carry certification seals from organizations like the International Olive Council, IOC, or regional DOP/PGI certifications. Check the harvest date on the label. Fresher oils, less than 18 months old, contain higher levels of polyphenol and offer superior health benefits. When tasting authentic EVO, you should experience a peppery sensation or a slight burn at the back of your throat. This is the hallmark of oleocanthal's presence. In the kitchen, EVA's relatively high smoke point, 190 to 210 degrees Celsius or 375 to 410 degrees Fahrenheit, makes it suitable for most low to medium heat cooking, such as sautéing vegetables, simmering sauces, or gently browning meat. However, EVO shines brightest when used raw. Drizzle it over steamed vegetables, leafy salads, or grilled fish to maximize flavor and preserve its delicate antioxidants. Studies suggest that consuming 2 to 4 tablespoons of EVO daily can significantly reduce markers of inflammation and improve overall cardiovascular health. The polyphenol in EVO also appear to support cognitive function. A 2017 study in Annals of Clinical and Translational Neurology linked EVO-rich diets to improved memory and learning capacity in older adults, potentially lowering the risk of Alzheimer's. This neuroprotective effect is thought to arise from EVA's ability to reduce brain inflammation and maintain the integrity of the blood-brain barrier, preventing harmful substances from reaching delicate brain tissue. Practical tips for maximizing EVA's benefits include using it as the primary fat for salad dressings, dipping fresh bread, blending into hummus or pestos, or finishing roasted vegetables. Unlike industrial seed oils, EVO contains natural compounds that actually protect it from harmful oxidation during moderate cooking, making it far safer than many processed alternatives. Store EVO in a cool, dark place to prevent premature oxidation. Avoid clear plastic bottles or exposure to direct sunlight, both of which accelerate spoilage and deplete beneficial polyphenol. When possible, buy EVO from trusted producers or specialty shops with high turnover to guarantee freshness. Section 7. Coconut oil, brain fuel and immune support. Coconut oil stands out among natural fats for its unique concentration of medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, a form of fat with remarkable health benefits, especially for cognitive function and energy metabolism. Unlike long-chain fats, MCTs are rapidly absorbed and transported directly to the liver, where they're converted into ketones. Ketones are an alternative energy source that can cross the blood-brain barrier to fuel neurons directly, supporting sharper thinking and better memory in seniors who may experience age-related cognitive decline. Several studies suggest that regular consumption of MCTs can enhance mental clarity, slow cognitive deterioration, and even improve symptoms in mild cognitive impairment. This has led to growing interest in coconut oil as a natural brain booster, particularly in older adults concerned about maintaining independence and mental agility. A 2015 pilot study published in Neurobiology of Aging demonstrated that individuals consuming MCT-rich diets showed improvements in memory scores compared to those on standard diets, highlighting how ketones generated from coconut oil may sustain brain energy when glucose metabolism begins to falter with age. Coconut oil also possesses potent antimicrobial properties thanks to its lauric acid content, which accounts for nearly 50% of its fat composition. Lauric acid is converted in the body to monolaurin, a compound shown to inactivate harmful bacteria, viruses, and fungi without harming beneficial gut flora. This antimicrobial activity can help prevent infections and support a balanced gut microbiome, which is increasingly recognized as a cornerstone of immune health and overall vitality, especially for seniors whose immune defenses naturally weaken with age. In the digestive system, coconut oil can soothe inflammation and ease the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. For seniors experiencing reduced digestive efficiency or conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome, small amounts of coconut oil can promote smoother digestion and more consistent nutrient uptake. Anecdotal reports and early research also suggest that coconut oil may help alleviate symptoms of indigestion or acid reflux by neutralizing excess stomach acidity. Beyond internal health, coconut oil offers versatile external benefits that make it a holistic addition to daily routines. Its natural emollient properties help moisturize dry, aging skin without synthetic additives or harsh chemicals. Regular application can improve skin elasticity, reduce the appearance of fine lines, and protect against environmental damage, common concerns as skin becomes thinner and more fragile with age. Coconut oil's antimicrobial qualities make it an excellent option for soothing minor cuts or abrasions, helping to protect against infections. In hair care, coconut oil can penetrate the hair shaft more effectively than many other oils, reducing protein loss and strengthening brittle strands. This can lead to thicker, shinier hair and a healthier scalp environment. Seniors with thinning or dry hair often report noticeable improvements when incorporating coconut oil as a weekly hair treatment or scalp massage. One of the lesser-known uses of coconut oil is oil pulling, a traditional practice where a tablespoon of oil is swished in the mouth for 10 to 20 minutes. This simple habit can reduce harmful bacteria, improve gum health, freshen breath, and even whiten teeth naturally. For older adults struggling with oral health issues, this gentle antimicrobial rinse can complement regular brushing and flossing without the harshness of alcohol-based mouthwashes. In the kitchen, coconut oil's high saturated fat content gives it a high smoke point of around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius, making it stable for medium heat cooking like stir-frying, sautéing, or baking. Unlike unstable polyunsaturated oils that produce harmful oxidation byproducts when heated, coconut oil's saturated fats remain chemically intact, ensuring safer cooking. Additionally, its subtly sweet, nutty flavor can add delicious richness to both savory and sweet recipes, from roasted vegetables and curries to baked goods and smoothies. When adding coconut oil to your diet, start with small amounts, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon daily, to allow your digestive system to adjust, especially if you're new to MCTs. Gradually increasing intake can maximize its cognitive, digestive, and immune benefits without causing digestive upset. Choose unrefined, cold-pressed, virgin coconut oil to ensure you're getting the full spectrum of beneficial compounds without chemical residues from processing. Section 8. Avocado oil. Heart-healthy monounsaturated fat with high smoke point ***. Avocado oil stands as one of the most versatile and nutritionally robust oils available, prized for its exceptional monounsaturated fat content, high smoke point, and ability to enhance the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. Unlike many industrial seed oils, avocado oil is mechanically pressed from the flesh of ripe avocados, a process that preserves its delicate balance of nutrients without exposing it to harsh chemical solvents or excessive heat. This makes it a uniquely natural fat source that aligns perfectly with a health-conscious lifestyle, especially for seniors focused on cardiovascular wellness and overall vitality. Monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, account for approximately 70% of avocado oil's composition. These heart-healthy fats have been consistently linked to reduced LDL, bad cholesterol, and increased HDL, good cholesterol, supporting arterial flexibility and reducing the risk of atherosclerosis. A comprehensive 2014 study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that diets rich in oleic acid from sources like avocado oil significantly lowered cardiovascular disease markers compared to diets high in saturated or polyunsaturated fats. This benefit is crucial for seniors who are at greater risk of heart disease as they age. Beyond its cardiovascular advantages, avocado oil contains substantial amounts of beta-sitosterol, a plant sterol shown to naturally support healthy cholesterol levels by inhibiting intestinal absorption of cholesterol. For aging adults seeking to maintain optimal lipid profiles without relying solely on medication, incorporating avocado oil can be a valuable dietary strategy backed by robust scientific evidence. Avocado oil is also a notable source of lutein, a powerful carotenoid antioxidant critical for eye health. Lutein accumulates in the macula of the eye, where it helps protect against age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of vision loss in seniors. A 2017 meta-analysis published in Nutrients confirmed that increased dietary lutein reduces the risk of AMD progression, highlighting avocado oil's unique role in preserving long-term eye function. One of avocado oil's most remarkable features is its extremely high smoke point, approximately 520 degrees Fahrenheit, 270 degrees Celsius, making it one of the most stable oils for high-heat cooking methods such as searing, stir-frying, roasting, and grilling. Unlike polyunsaturated vegetable oils, which break down into harmful oxidation products when heated, avocado oil's monounsaturated fats resist oxidative degradation. This means that when cooking at higher temperatures, avocado oil minimizes the formation of free radicals that can contribute to systemic inflammation and chronic diseases. Its mild, buttery flavor profile complements a wide variety of dishes without overpowering other ingredients, offering flexibility for both savory and sweet recipes. Whether you're drizzling it over roasted vegetables, using it as a base for salad dressings, or incorporating it into baked goods, avocado oil's culinary adaptability makes healthy eating both practical and enjoyable. Another exceptional property of avocado oil is its ability to enhance the bioavailability of fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K, as well as carotenoids like beta-carotene and lycopene. A landmark study in the Journal of Nutrition demonstrated that consuming salads with avocado or avocado oil significantly increased the absorption of these nutrients compared to salads without a fat source. This means adding avocado oil to meals can substantially improve your body's ability to absorb critical micronutrients, maximizing the nutritional value of every bite. For seniors who may experience declining digestive efficiency, avocado oil's gentle impact on the gastrointestinal tract makes it an ideal choice. Its fats are easily metabolized and can help lubricate the digestive system, supporting smoother transit and potentially alleviating mild constipation, a common concern in older adults. Moreover, avocado oil's rich content of vitamin E provides further benefits by neutralizing free radicals and reducing oxidative stress throughout the body. This helps protect cellular membranes from damage and supports immune resilience, two factors that are increasingly important with advancing age. When purchasing avocado oil, it's essential to choose varieties labeled cold-pressed and extra virgin to ensure maximum nutrient preservation and minimal processing. Store the oil in a cool, dark place to maintain its stability and nutrient profile over time. Unlike many oils, avocado oil remains fresh and stable for extended periods when stored properly, making it a reliable kitchen staple for daily use. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss expert-backed tips on living a longer, healthier life. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might inspire someone else to take the first step toward better health.